Hey guys, we're going to the third match. I did just realize, I'm sure some of you probably already posted comments and yelled at the screen, that I should have played Clip Wings in that last game. Luckily, our next card wasn't Ever After, because then I would have completely punted, and we might have even recovered if our next card was Ever After. But anyway, I would like to play first in this particular game. And this is a very good hand. Crawling Sensation will probably generate a lot of value for us. And, you know, we have 2-drop and a removal spell, so... and an easy path to Delirium. All right, and now we also have a 4-drop in the form of Gis's Bidding, so we weren't necessarily going to be able to play it before. All right. I think we still play the Sensation. Like, the earlier you can play that thing, the more value it gets. The better it gets, you know, so forth. I wish we had more things that... we don't really have anything that gets value once it's in the graveyard, unless we also draw Ever After. So, I'm just going to attack here. I'm willing to trade here, trade damage. I mean, you know, it's a race he'll win. But I don't really want to block with my rats on a Moorland Drifter either. So green-white Humans probably. Could also be green-white Delirium. I mean, that's a deck too. Even though it's green-black's, like, really green-black's thing. Okay, that is a flyer, which our deck, I don't think is going to do super well against. We can muck up the ground for creatures who don't fly pretty effectively, but we do have Clip Wings in the sideboard. Yes. Well, we did not. Well, Deadweight would have been nice, too. Well, I kind of like what we got anyway, though. We can do Sinister Concoction plus Gis's Bidding or Murderous Compulsion, like, really soon. Yeah, we put 2 enchantments in there. What are the chances? Actually, we can't do it this turn, unfortunately. So we won't be doing it this turn. I might trade for the Drifter now. I could also just play my Revenant, which I think that's better. I think we just play our Revenant. Because we don't really want to use our Concoction unless we're going to get value out of it, and because we weren't going to be able to do it this turn, it's better to wait. Next turn we can do either one of these things, depending on what our opponent does. But yeah, we didn't even get the 2-mana 2/2 who can make zombies from the graveyard. We didn't get Ghoul Steed. Those are good things to have. I mean, we did get very good cards with Delirium, so. Right, we take 2 in the air. And maybe something else is happening. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to use Sinister Concoction on, or Murderous Compulsion, I guess. Yeah, we're going to go for it. We didn't get any insects last time. This time we did. And there's our Vessel. So Delirium is easy for us to get right now. I think I just end my turn. My Farbog Revenant's keeping this at bay, so I think we want to keep doing that. So I think it's probably going to be better to use Murderous Compulsion, because he's not... I mean, he's going to attack with, like, a flyer and blah, blah, blah. So Gis's Bidding's not going to get us a huge amount of value. I mean, if he attacks with this, I might think about it, but I'd probably just still declare a block instead of... Okay. He's just attacking with that, which is interesting to me. I think we can afford to take 2 and see if he plays something else we even want to kill. We want to kill even more. Yeah, I guess that doesn't have good attacks. I mean, he would get a Clue token out of it. Okay, Apothecary Geist. Well, I think that probably qualifies as something we want to kill more because he doesn't have blue mana, and I don't know that he has any in his deck. So he's also going to gain 3 life. So now we could hold on to Murderous Compulsion, though, and just go for the Gis's Bidding, but it doesn't seem as good to me right now. So I think we use... Oh, we can't the way it works, we can't. We have to kill a tapped creature if that's what we're doing. That's right. So, do we kill the 2 flyers? I think maybe we do. Yeah, let's take down the flyers. So we kill this with the concoction. We get another insect too. Nice little combo. Then we discard Murderous Compulsion. Put these on the stack. Madness. Destroy these other flyer. After we pay mana. Now I wish I'd played my Vessel, but I wanted to leave all my options open. But that was pretty nice, especially because we also got an insect out of it, and we now have Delirium. So the question is, do we want to keep milling ourselves for insects now that we have Delirium? And I think we probably do at least a few more times. Insects are pretty good. Okay, we got another bidding. Our Vessel can also get us insects. So now I think we can probably attack with Farbog Revenant. My black-green tokens deck, that's what it looks like this time around. Neither creature can block it. We gain some life back. Do we bidding? Yeah, we probably do. There is a chance our opponent has freaking the board sweeper in this format, but it's mythic, so it's not incredibly likely. So our Vessel probably will get us an insect too. I probably won't mill myself anymore. I've been overzealous milling myself in the past, and sometimes you end up not having any way to win. Like if you mill your win conditions. Okay, Watcher in the Web. All right. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Do you attack? No. Okay. Still can't block my Farbog Revenant, so right now that's our path to victory. So I'm not going to mill myself here. If we had more like graveyard value stuff, I might, but... Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't, because that's pretty good. I'm going to play this Vessel over another Geese's Bidding. I wish we had Mass Pump right now. Although with Watcher in the Webs in play, it's not that good. All right, we go up to 15. He goes down to 20. We probably net an insect from our Vessel. So this has definitely done its job. It got us Delirium, and it's given us 3 insect tokens. So that's a pretty good investment for 3 mana. And it's probably going to give us more because our Crows and our Vessels of Nascency and our Sinister Concoction also gave us an insect token. So Quilled Wolf, all right. That does become a problem later on. That's kind of a problem now. Our opponent is trying to outwide us. All right, so we're going to crack this Vessel. Where? Oh, it's really small. That's weird. Pacifist is probably what we want. It clogs up the ground better against his potential incoming attackers. There's Ever After, finally. I mean, it kind of sucks to mill it at the same time, but there it is. We didn't have the option of getting it, otherwise we might have. We also didn't get an insect token, so that was kind of a weird thing that happened there. No. Okay. So I think we swing again with our 1-3, who still can't be blocked. Our unblockable 1-3. We're getting close to Kessig Direswine, who can do a decent job of, he can't actually do that much. But he's another big body. Makes it so my Pacifist can attack, I guess. Luckily, we don't have, any instants, and we lost our one way to play our sorceries at instant speed, so this isn't the hugest downside for us. Farbog Revenant right now is looking like our win condition, sadly. If we can kill the Watcher, we can win with Flyers, too, but so far we can't do that. All right. So we still have our Kindly Stranger. both have 2 cards in our hands, and somewhat comparable board states. Not sure what I would do right now if he swung with his Briarbridge Patrol. He can also swing with Quilled Wolf. I think I would just block Quilled Wolf with Rancid Rats. Oh, man. Yeah, it's kind of a good sign that he's putting it on that, honestly. But he can also move it around all he wants. It's a very high power card. I don't think we got the Enchantment Destruction spell in our sideboard. I wish I had. Okay, well, that'll give us a big creature that has hexproof, so this can't get moved to it. Good, it says target. Sometimes there's like little loopholes where a card doesn't actually say target, but this one says target, so we are in the clear. And we just end our turn. It'll also make it so our Lampult Pacifist can attack for whatever that ends up being worth. But in this board state, it's not going to be that great, honestly. But if we can get our Kessig Dire Swine out too and kill the Watcher, I think we feel pretty all right about the situation. So we're definitely, gumming up the ground. And we killed his 2 flyers. It's a good thing we did because we don't have a whole lot of them. We have, our crows? I think that's it. We just still have this Geese's Bidding we've been holding on to for forever. For whenever that matters. This is still game 1, right? Yes. I am a little worried. I don't see... It's hard for us to punch through when our opponent's at 19. And he has good blockers. He's got a lot of good stuff going on, and we don't, really. I could keep crawling and just hope to mob him, but a bunch of 1/1s isn't going to do it, and we don't have a mass pump spell. So, right, no attacks. Oh yeah, transformations happen. I don't mind it for our side. No. Okay. I think we just play our big guy and keep on going. He may have to move his Bound by Moonsilver to this now, which is an upside for us, I think, because our, yeah. If he gets Delirium, this is going to gain flying, and I'm going to be sad. That is a legitimate possibility. So I swing with everything right now. What happens? A whole lot of nothing, really. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. I need a board sweeper. Oh, Angelic Purge. No. Kessig Dire Swine. He's also 1 away from Delirium. So that's not good. Geese's Bidding. Locking this guy down has been big. Do I start swinging with my Rancid Rats? I think we do. I think we can. We got to do something. So that's what we're going to do. I mean, if we can keep making insect tokens, we can actually block indefinitely, but we mill ourselves before we kill him with Rancid Rats. So I'm not in a situation right now where I have to make a bunch of insects, but I could see that situation emerging. This actually has pretty good attacks. Well, not really, I guess. I guess I could double block it. Oh, no. Yeah, Griffspoon just, changes the game. For sure. Ouch. Okay. Now we might want to get aggressive. We might want to. Nope. I wish I had, but it's random cards, so. Okay, so if I swing with everything, he's got one card in his hand. He swings back at me for 4, 6, 8, potentially a lot. He can move this to the one creature I don't attack with. It doesn't really seem worth it. This can block, a million things too. And he can kill one of these. No, he can't. He only has 5 mana. He can kill one by double blocking, but it might be worth it. So I attack with my 2 4s here. I think I do. Oh, no, I don't. He has freaking Watcher in the web. Never mind. I guess we swing with this again, though. It's all we got. It's the best we can do. Sadly. Freaking Griffspoon. Probably want Clip Wings against him. We didn't see any of the things that make Spirit tokens, but we saw Flyers. Clip Wings would be really good right here. Kapow. Come on. I mean, even if we kill this, the annoying thing about Griffspoon is it comes right back. If my opponent pays the mana to put it on something else. Like, his Lone Wolf would be scary with it. Nope. Okay, Crow. You might give me insects in addition to your own presence, so let's do it. It does mill us potentially 4 cards, but... Alright, insect. We still have our Kindly Stranger somewhere, and she could help, but I still don't think she gets us the win because this Briarbridge Patrol continues on its march towards our face. So, we do have a lot of creatures. So we may be able to just the problem is this Watcher can block everything and stop us from being able to effectively kill our opponent in any way because we're going to lose the race. And it doesn't hurt that he has this creature which can pump up really big, this one which can just block and kill a zombie. This one at least trades, but we're not in an advantageous position at all. I wish I had a combat trick in my deck right now. It would help us punch through for sure. We do swing with our rats though. Drop into 16. Putting it on that Farbog Revenant was big because he doesn't seem to have that much other removal. Kindly Stranger on Watcher in the web would get pretty close to winning us the game. But I don't think it would, especially because we're about to take 4. We're going to have to kill the Briarbridge Patrol to have, a hope here if we draw a Kindly Stranger. This might be a matchup where we do want Throttle, although it can't kill this, can't kill this, can't kill this if he has mana up, so maybe not. Although, it works well as sort of a combat trick against Watcher in the web because, he can block my Crow and the Crow kills it. Stupid Watcher in the web, man. We're just dead, basically, no matter what we do. We can block it. And maybe we do. Yeah, let's block it. Buys us more time. Might also give us some more insects. Oh, I forget that he gets a clue. Man, I forgot about that part. We do get an insect. Kindly Stranger's still not in the graveyard, which is good for us. All right. God, I need a mass pump effect. There just aren't any in green in this format, which is odd. Green usually has some. There's one white one. There's 2. There's also the knight guy who comes into play. That card. That would be so good on our side of the battlefield right now. Oh, God, but we don't have one. We're not white. No. We need our Kindly Stranger. Okay. We just don't have great attacks at all. He can't pump this anymore, at least, but these two just make my creatures cry. Clip Wings is coming in. Even Kindly Stranger, like, I think I've said it already, but I don't think it wins us the game at all. I think we end up losing because he can get Griff Spoon back from his graveyard. Oh, God. Well, yeah, that doesn't quite kill me, at least. It drops us to 2, though. But that means that once we kill this, if he puts it on any other flyer, we just instantly lose the game. So we take 6 here. Does he have a trick? Because then we're just dead. He might have a trick. Looks like he does. Yes. That clue we give him ends up killing us. Okay. All right. Okay. Clip Wings. Yes, please. Griff Spoon is a big problem for our deck, though. We did not get an effective way of dealing with flyers, really. We could put another Crow in, because it can at least block. But we definitely want Clip Wings. Do we want Explosive Apparatuses? I don't think so. Do we want Throttle? Maybe, because that works sort of like a trick. It could have helped us punch through that board situation. That's for sure. And what's less than great against him? I mean, we could even probably cut one Geese's Bidding. I mean, it's good, but we just ended up in board stalls no matter how many zombies we had. And that's sort of true of Crawling Sensation, too. We just need to find a way to punch through board stalls. I mean, Intrepid Provisioner can kind of help with that, too. But we don't have enough humans to, like, consistently count on it, I don't think. So I think that's what we do. All right. I think that's what we do. We go to game 2. All right, we would like to play first. And this is a good hand. We'll keep it. Double Byway Courier, Crow, etc. It's definitely... I don't really remember what our hand was in the last game anymore, but I feel like it's better than what we had then. So we actually drew our Ever After, so that might do something at some point in this game. Okay, now we have Geese's Bidding ready to roll as well. I think I play the Courier first. We can offer a trade without being too worried. We have a second one, and we have a Geese's Bidding, and we have Ever After, so we can just like swing into a 2/2 flyer or whatever he plays here. Yeah, and not really be worried. We never did see an island, right? I probably should have paid more attention to that. So we have Sinister Concoction, which can set up some Geese's Bidding stuff. But... all right. We probably just play our Crow here. We can play our Crow and Sinister Concoction. So yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Oh, kindly. Oh, well, with Ever After in our hand, that's a little. Those are probably two of the juicier creatures for us to get in there. So I'm okay with that, actually. And we're only 2 away from Ever After. If we can on turn 6 get back Kindly Stranger and Kessig Direswine, I'll feel pretty good about what we've done. Although we need Delirium for both of them to be at their best. Would I just trade for his Spectral Dude? Probably, because we saw enough flying creatures with 3 toughness or more that my Crow won't be able to tangle with, but my Crow can tangle with that. So I think I would trade. And then I think I offer the trade if he doesn't play a flying blocker. So we have creatures in our graveyard, which is an unfortunate thing to hit to some degree. This enchantment's going to go in our graveyard, and so is the sorcery, though, so we're going to get 3. Yeah, I think I'd just take this trade. I mean, this could get us Delirium on its own. If he has a trick or something, I'm okay with that trade, too. Yeah, it looks like he's got something. Yeah, I mean, he does get to investigate, so it's a little worse of a trade, but he wanted to use that too probably before I just like left man up for Sinister Concoction every turn. All right, another creature goes in, but it's going to mill some stuff, gets us to 2. Right, hit an enchantment too, which is a little annoying, admittedly. Okay, we're getting close to Ever After, though. So do I just leave mana up, or do I play... It might just be best to leave mana up here. Like, at the end of his turn, no matter what, I kill something. Although, we definitely saw there were other things better to kill than this creature. So maybe I just play another Courier. Yeah, let's play another Courier here. And we can still leave this up if we see a sweet 2-for-1. I don't really want to discard either of these cards, though, I will admit. But if we have to, we have to. All right, Wolves. Swing for 2 in the air, I'm guessing. Or are you too scared? No, you're going to swing for 2 in the air. We probably concoction that thing and swing for 6. We also do Geese's Bidding at the same time as all that. It's way too juicy. I can't say no. And I'm sure my opponent knows that. Might mean he has something scarier. But we have a pretty scary Ever After coming up, so... yes. Where does that put us? Puts us at 3 card types. Yeah, we're not at Delirium, which is disheartening a little. But we drop him to 8. Getting back a Dire Swine is a very real possibility. I probably would still get Kindly Stranger. I would still be at 3 cards, so the moment I hit Delirium, I'd be able to use her ability. And this Crow might get us there. Do we not have a land in there? Wow, we don't. We have hit all non-lands, which is kind of bad for our future draws, too. Although we want 1 land. We don't want many more than that. Okay, he's not attacking, which is good for us, I'd say. All right. Well, we can trade with that with our guys who swing for 3 each. Okay, Autumnal Gloom can help us hit Delirium, but I think I just play a Crow to try to do that for me first. But I think I swing with both these Couriers. Do I swing with my Zombies too? I mean, I think we do. Yeah, let's do it. If he has Puncturing Light, this gets worse, but... Or a Trick, which we know he has. All right. Is there a Trick? No. So he drops to 3. So the Crow's looking real good right now, with my opponent only at 3. So I think we play the Crow. We can also crack a Clue if we play the Crow, so... Gotta hit a land now, right? Yes, and we hit our Clip Wings. We can't usually get to 5 card types, but we did it. Okay, so we just end our turn. He cracks his Clue. So now that we have Delirium, we definitely get back Kindly Stranger and Kessig Dire Swine. He basically has to remove Kindly Stranger or lose his best creature the next turn, so... Even if she's just like a removal magnet, that's pretty reasonable. A good use of her. We could also just play her Gloom, but I think Ever After is just going to be better. Although we don't have the mana necessarily for Ever After. Not yet, anyway. We are drawing 2 cards, so we could hit it, especially because we have 1 land in our graveyard and we have several left in our library. All right, so sack our Clue. There it is. Okay. All right, I think we go with Ever After. I mean, I think it gives us enough of a leg up that it's what we want to do, especially because our opponent is going to be at 1 life. It may not matter that we Ever After, but it could matter. Like if he draws removal for our Crow, or plays his freaking Spider, that's bad for us too. But we're going to go ahead and cast Ever After here. Getting back Dire Swine. Well, Accursed Witch, actually, is even better because if he kills it, he just dies. So we're actually going to get Accursed Witch instead, I think. Yeah. Sorry, the other witch, as good as she is. When my opponent's at 1 life, this is probably the one we want. So, now if he plays a creature that can block it and not kill it, I'm going to be mad, but I think we still have a Crow who can win. We now have another creature with evasion and trample. And we're just wider than he is, He has to play 2 creatures here to not die, or a creature in removal. That'll do it. But we also have our Gloom. So yeah, we took that one. That game was really good for us. Finally got to cast Ever After, which felt good. So I think we leave things as is. I think Throttle is solid in this matchup. Is the Witch solid? It does trade with a lot of his larger creatures. I don't think so. I do not think so. All right, I think this is a hand we keep. We have the ability to get Delirium early, plus Kindly Stranger, which is nice, and we also have an early blocker / aggressor after this flips, or if it flips. So we keep. Opponent also mulliganed, so that's makes me happy to keep this hand even more. But yeah, we have 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. I mean, playing Kindly Stranger before you can flip her is dangerous, but in this situation we might have to because we just don't have any other creatures. Well, now we probably don't, since we have a different 3-drop. Play our Vessel. All right, well, Lambholt Pacifist does a very good job of blocking that thing. Right, now we have another 3-drop, so our deck does not want us to play Kindly Stranger early. I've decided that's what it's telling us. Next turn we can choose to crack our Vessel and have this transform. It's not the worst thing in the world. If he swings here, do I block? I am not sure. Hermit, okay. His own werewolf. Well, now I do, since he did that. If he'd done it before, I don't know if I would have. I mean, if he'd done it and done his things in a different order. So, I think the Revenant seems solid on this board right now. I can block both of them without dying. I think that's good. He may just have his guy transform, which would be bad, I would say, but not the end of the world. I mean, if he skips a whole turn to do it, then I don't feel terrible about our situation. We definitely need some more lands if we ever want to be able to play and flip Kindly Stranger in the same turn. All right, well, a bunch of creatures we can block. All right, that's pretty nice. So, do we swing? I think the answer is yes. We swing with this, and then we Geese's Bidding. That's the card that he bound in Moonsilver in the other game, which was amazing. And he can also, since he has bound in Moonsilver, that's yet another reason to not play Kindly Stranger like ASAP. Although, at the same time, like, sometimes it might be better to play her sooner because I can play her before he gets his bound in Moonsilver. But I like waiting just till I get 6 mana. And I don't have Delirium now anyway, so I'm not too far off. Throttle will help us get there. Our Vessel and our Crow will help us get there. We don't have a creature in our graveyard yet either. All right, well, that's annoying. But I am perfectly happy to block both of these guys and kill them. So now that we know he has that, that does cause us problems. If we have 6 mana up, we can transform her in response. So there's that. Right, well, we have 5 mana now, which means we can do a few different things here. We have Throttle ready. I think I crack my Vessel here, though, and see what we see. Okay, Sinister Concoction is hard to say no to basically every time you see it, and I think that's what we'll take. And there's Delirium. So once we get 6 mana, we have Removal and Kindly Stranger. Do I play the Concoction now or the Crow? I kind of want to play the Crow because it actually puts pressure on him in the air. Yeah, I'm going to attack again with this too. It's just hard for him to have, like, you know, it's basically a 2-point life swing every time, so. And yeah, now we'll play our Crow. What did we hit? Ever After, darn. Well, we're not going to get, we got to cast it once this draft, so we're not going to get to cast it again, but he knows we have a Concoction in our hand. He doesn't know every card in our hand is removal, though. So that's going to transform into a monster. Mine will try, but she can't. She can't do it. I could have throttled that in response, I guess. Is this a board state where I want to kill something with my Kindly Stranger? Probably. It probably is. I'm going to attack with my Flyer and my 1/3 dude. Man, can he move it in response? I think he can. That's terrible. He does have to sacrifice a permanent to do it. God, that sucks. We're going to try it. Oh, well, he could have moved it in response. He chose not to, and I'm okay with it. So we'll take down his big werewolf and get a 4/3. I'm pretty sure he could have. Oh, I guess transforming is actually a special effect you can't respond to, like morphing, isn't it? So he couldn't. So we've got Concoction, we've got Throttle. Throttle can kill that, which is great for us. So if we throttle this and then swing with everything, we have really good attacks. We're going to hold on to this forest for Sinister Concoction. So we're just going to throttle this thing. And swing with everyone who's able. Probably should have left black up. That was a pretty poor way to tap my mana. Wow, okay, well, I guess he feels like the only way he can win is if he blocks here. But that's a 2-for-1, basically. It's worth remembering because of Gisa's bidding. And we drop into 8, and we go up to 24. And we still have Sinister Concoction to get us out of a problem situation. So I like our chances here. He can move this to her, but that doesn't seem amazing right now. Okay, we definitely Sinister Concoction that and just win. No, we don't win the game. He'll be at 1, though, and these two have evasion, so it may as well. Okay. He should know we have Concoction because we revealed it a while ago, but we're going to take that down. We're going to discard this forest. We're going to drop him to 1 when we have 2 creatures with evasion, so that seems pretty good. And we have Clip Wings to kill a flyer, which he has. All right, looks like we got it. Looks like I managed to 2-1 with the Delirium deck. This is definitely the best Delirium deck I've managed to make so far. I've seen better. I just don't seem to be that gifted at drafting it, you know. Should have taken the early Epitaph Golem as a sign it was open. It is worth noting that even though it's a colorless card, it's a pretty good sign that no one's drafting this deck, so I probably should have thought about grabbing it. But our deck turned out pretty strong anyway, because black was so open, we picked up tons of sweet cards. So, all right, 2-1, not bad. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.